Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 29 of Red Dirt and Stardust, a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition science fiction Western and pirate campaign. So, where last we left the party, they all were continuing their way through Ashen Hold, making a few interesting discoveries along the way, such as making friends with a horrible plant monster in the park, sending it into a building that they didn't particularly want to go through that was apparently full of the undead. They made it to the cathedral district where they found bits and pieces of this gold flame or god's flame. They tried to bottle some, only to find that all of the implements nearly instantly melted. They then decided to take refuge in something that appeared to be a bank and found some dead bodies, which on closer inspection turned out to be Shaw's parents. After having some emotional moments, the ghost of his mother appeared and spoke with them, giving them some information about the god flame, that it was parts of the spark of divinity that were shattered when a god dies in a horrible and violent way, assuming that the people of the city at some point kill the god. She then congratulates Shaw on the man that he's become and says that she is okay with passing on, but not before giving Shaw a little gift, a boost to a magical item made by Chauncey, before she fades into the afterlife, leaving you all in the bank. What would you all like to do?
I feel like he sorry, one second. Shaw. I feel like Shaw could use a hug.
Shaw could
So
use a hug for sure, yeah.
so I'm just gonna hug him. There.
You, you're gonna be all right over there, laddie.
I'll be okay. I'll Oh God, I forgot you're a dwarf right now.
Yeah, yeah, I am. Glad your
Guinevere,
eyes still working.
do you by chance happen to have a flask that Shaw could have for a second?
I'm afraid you've all drunk everything that was in my flask.
Let that happen. Chauncey, can you throw something together for we'll just gosh, I guess we'll just
I can.
cremate. I need something. You got a box or something you could. Oh God, I don't know.
I mean,
Fireball. No.
you need to.
Jed takes his freaking
Flaming spear. Eats the shit out of her with it.
It would practically need
It's
to-
like the slap chop
Yeah.
from the
Oh,
90s.
Slap chop cremation.
Oh, God. This is how we're starting the episode. Slap chop cremation.
This is so emotional.
He's
It's a beautiful
grieving
ritual.
with laughter.
Yeah. A time-honored tradition. Oh God.
It's an honor amongst the elves to be slap chop cremated.
Christ. I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna die. Oh, at least we know how to dispose of the body.
Yeah, let's just skip to we cremate the bodies. Chauncey makes something to put them in.
Oh, what a grisly affair.
There's enough rubble to create somewhat of a funeral pyre that would make it easy to collect the ashes. There's probably enough material to maybe carve out a stone box to put the ashes in. Or at least enough of the ashes in, seeing as how you get a lot of ash from a human body. There's a reference to the pre-show that we don't film. And yeah, I'm just gonna say it probably takes you maybe about 3 hours to get this all done, to possibly carve out a box or an urn or something like that, because Chauncey can just make stone working tools and use them. You all can pull together whatever resources you have or whatever fire damage you have to completely and utterly cremate these bodies.
Yeah,
Sweep them into their
Jed's got that.
urns. with
Yeah.
fireball, just blasts them. And yeah, I will say it takes about 3.5 hours to get everything completely done. It is a bit of a process, and it's probably a little emotional, but you all managed to make it through it.
Such a very pleasant long rest.
Well, you technically haven't started the long rest because this requires a lot of work. So you wouldn't be able to take a long rest. You'd be able to take a long rest after the cremation and funeral.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, relatively. I'm assuming Jed is spending 10 minutes putting up the dome.
Sure.
Good call.
Liamon's tiny hut. It's a spell he has.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, you all get in the dome for a little bit. Since it's probably getting close to evening, the sunlight, what little sunlight there is in Ashenhold, definitely begins to fade, and it turns to the ever so familiar night. So I'm going to say around whatever second watch is, who would be awake?
Guinevere's probably up.
All right.
If it's Guinevere, I would take watch with Guinevere, sure.
All right.
Really, I would think that she would want to, rest after that very tumultuous event.
That's a good point, actually. Sure. Yeah, someone else do it.
Yeah. Guinevere don't sleep much.
Yeah, but how long is Guinevere going to be Guinevere?
Good question.
I guess
know the
I'll
answer to these
do-
questions.
I don't know.
You might
guess
blink and
I
it'll be a
will-
child again.
We'll see what happens. Don't turn around for too long. I don't know.
I guess I'll stay up.
All right. So while the two of you are up taking watch, perhaps it's just a quiet watch simply because of all the things that have happened. You hear the sound of flapping wings.
Oh, God.
They're softer, like they're smaller creatures flying in through the roof, the hole in the roof. At first, you think they're just abnormally large bats.
Mm-hmm.
But as they flap around a little bit, they're not shaped like bats.
If
They have
human
bat
face,
wings.
I'm done.
One of them flies towards the dome and bonk, hits straight into the glass. And yes, it is a decapitated human head
God
with
damn
bat
it.
wings instead of ears.
Oh, my God.
Fucking called it. Son of
And I'm gonna
fucking
roll
high holy
something.
hell is all of that?
I
Are we being assaulted by dismembered corpses?
don't know. I can't even with that. That
Just
is.
happen often on the outside.
I don't know.
Several more of
definitely
them.
not with
Bonk,
me.
bonk, bonk, bonk. Hit the
Velantrios
glass.
is just like, do you mind?
Hey lads. You may want to see this.
Oh, what?
Yeah, what's happening?
What?
Oh,
We
just-
are.
Bonk, bonk.
Yeah.
We're
Pretty much
As you see
that.
these they're human heads, but they've clearly been disfigured to some degree. One of them has like an eye that stares directly forward, bloodshot and almost glowing this hellish red, as the other one, similar nature, kind of rolls around in the socket. Others have just black eyes. Some of them just have dead eyes. The skin is leathery, but different shades of leathery, like gray or red or other things. There are horns that are clearly not natural to whatever race they were, growing out of their head, and where their ears are bat wings, and they are slamming themselves into the dome. And I will say at this point, they probably tuckered themselves out, and they end up flying off.
Oh, that was so gross.
At
So-
least they left. Thank God. Do you think they used to live here? I wonder what. Do you think it's like what happened to some of the humans? I mean, they have to be like cursed or something, right? If they killed a god.
Insight check that.
Insight check?
Yeah, like why were they here? You know, were like what was their behavior like? Is what I'm saying. Like, was it like an assault? was it like scouts or were they like animal like, you know? Like did this feel random as shit?
Or was it just reactionary?
Give me
Like,
an
if
insight
they-
check.
Let's see. 17.
All right. I mean, they are seemingly, it's unclear whether or not they are undead or some other thing. This city has a lot of strange things. You could probably make the educated guess that it might have been something between an assault or just animals doing something.
It seems like just a bunch of, necromantic creations that are left to their own devices.
Bit of mindless nonsense then. All right, well, at any rate, they're not here now, so sorry about it, boys.
I'm going back to bed.
Yes.
I'm gonna,
Hi.
yeah, I'm gonna go back to sleep as well until I'll take the last watch, I guess.
All right. Yep. As eventually the dome disappears. It's probably about maybe an hour until sunrise, just because you all ended up taking a long rest pretty early. So it's still pretty dark outside when the dome goes down, but the dome does go down, and you do benefit from a long rest.
Now let me do the long rest thing.
Do the thing.
Oh, thank God. Eat it.
I hate when my porn die are literally like in the middle.
Oh, because then there's nothing good that you can really do with them.
Yeah, I'm like,
Right.
what do I do with this?
All right. So is there anything that you all would like to do before setting off?
Let's head off.
I guess.
To where?
That's what I was about to say. Do we have a plan from here? Chauncey?
We're going to the center of the city, right? That's
I mean, we're looking for someone or something.
we're looking for someone.
Yeah, we thought she was here.
Well, we didn't get to the center yet. We made a detour. We didn't go to
Yeah,
yeah,
we're fairly close.
yeah.
Well, gaily forward then.
Hmm.
Tally ho.
All right. So you all pick up your camp and the urns and whatever else you would like to take from this small campsite, and you head out into the horribly ashy dawn of Ashenhold, back out to the very large square. It seems like with all of the collapsed buildings and the collapsed streets and all of this, the only way forward seems to be through the great, gigantic cathedral that seems to have the entire back of it just completely and utterly destroyed. But the front is intact, and the doors are wide open.
Well, that's
Yeah.
not at all ominous.
Yeah, not really one for churches.
I don't think any of us particularly are.
No, not really.
I'm gonna go first and just try to keep an eye out. Also, like, yeah.
All right. You head into the vast cathedral. It seems it's mostly intact, except for the back where the altar is. The back has been torn out, and you see beyond a landscape of complete and utter desolation. There is not a solid building in sight. There's also quite a bit of god flame here and there, as well as the giant, almost column of god flame in the center that seems to be giving off the great golden light. But the cathedral is dark. You see censers hanging from the various columns that are holding up the barrel vaulted roof that have gone cold. candles that have long since burnt out, statues of strange people that you do not recognize at all, rows upon rows of pews. It's probably a good maybe 240, 250 feet to the back of the cathedral where the open end is.
Holy shit, that's a giant cathedral.
It is very large. It's also very tall. The uppermost register is the only one that really has windows, the stained glass windows. Once again, of images, religious images, you have no idea what they even are. At the back, however, is a very large statue of a veiled woman wearing a thorny crown. And beneath it, at the altar, is a 10-foot diameter orb.
Oh.
All right.
Sparkling gold.
Oh, hello.
Green as a whistle. Made of these sort of almost what look like parts that all fit together to create a relatively kind of smooth-ish orb, at least from this distance. And it's just floating there, about maybe 2 feet off the ground.
I'm not loving that.
Chauncey,
mean-
does this look familiar to you?
Does this look familiar to me at all?
Not at all.
Very
I
sparkly.
I would say, just from a glance for you, Chauncey, this does look a little bit mechanical. It looks like it's made of metal. So it's probably some kind of construct or mechanical. It, however, does not look like any construction that you've seen before.
Is there rubble around us?
There is. It's mostly near the back of the cathedral, where the cathedral was like blown out and destroyed, but there's like a few chunks that have fallen from the ceiling here and there.
Is there like a pebble?
Yeah. There's like a pebble or a chunk of plaster or something, like about maybe palm-sized or hand-sized, that you could probably pick up.
Right. I'm
You're gonna hook something at it.
I'm gonna pick up a little bit, like a little rock, and just toss it at the metal thing.
250 feet.
Oh, is it 250 feet?
It's about 250 feet. You all are standing at the very, very back, and this thing is at the altar, which is 250 feet away, or
How
around
big-
250 feet
How
away.
big did you say the orb was?
It was about a 10-foot diameter.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's pretty big.
Jesus.
Mhm.
I mean, oh.
Okay.
I mean, the only way is to go forward. Note that Chauncey's has just cast False Life on himself, so his eyes have gone from their typical deep maroon to they're the same red as his mom's typically is.
Good idea. Mage armor.
True.
Can I'm going to try and turn into a fly, and fly over there to. I'm hoping that being something so small, it won't like register.
You want to fly alone 250 feet away from us.
Also, wait, do you have fly speed transformations yet?
Do I?
Oh no, you need one more level. We talked about this already.
Mother,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for some
why
reason.
are my ideas always so?
it's because you took a level in cleric.
Yeah,
Right.
you took a level in cleric, and you're
Mm.
also, I feel like you're also thinking ahead a little bit
Makes-
too much.
You gotta be a
But that's
good
alright.
you gotta be a good high level druid to swim and fly for some reason.
It's so
Mm.
weird.
Like one level unlocks swim speeds and the other unlocks fly speed.
I
will-
guess slowly forward.
Yeah, I feel like we're the.
Cautiously?
I feel like
Maybe
we're,
spread out. And move forward.
I was gonna say I feel like we're Dorothy and friends going to the Wizard of Oz.
I just really don't want to be too close together
Yep.
for whatever it's about to happen.
Yeah, okay. Let's.
I'm gonna let me you all stay a little bit back and maybe disperse a little. If it's if we actually are gonna run into Corrigan here, she didn't get her nickname Cannonball for fun's sake.
So Chauncey, you have spider climb.
Yes.
You could like climb on the ceiling.
Yeah, but,
And-
I mean, it's like a giant cathedral, though.
Right. That's like also 250 feet.
Yeah.
250
Okay,
feet long,
I am
probably
go-
about like 50 feet tall.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to turn into this giant spider.
All right.
Gross.
And where are you headed as you kind of spider out? Where are you headed?
Well, I'm assuming that there are like pillars
Yeah.
supporting the roof.
Are you
So-
going to
Yeah.
the ceiling?
Yeah, into the ceiling. So I'm going to climb along the roof to get on top of the orb.
On top
Okay.
of the orb.
Well,
Let's-
not like
Can
on
we all
top,
move forward
above.
together, though, not by yourself?
Well, I
Because
thought we
I'm telling
were
you,
splitting
if
up.
I'm just saying, if you go by yourself, it's literally going to take me like 5 turns to get there. I'm just putting that out there.
I thought we were splitting up.
We spreading out, but moved forward as decently together.
Okay, I will just continue as a spider doing that.
Okay, cool.
I'm tight, creepy legs.
All right. So Velantrios is up near the ceiling, up on the ceiling, crawling along it.
I'll go like left wall, kind of hunch down.
All right. So yeah,
There's
you're
like
probably
pews,
gonna
right?
go. Yeah, there's pews. There's also
Okay,
like
cool.
because
I'll, like-
cathedrals are built this way, also with like a 2 colonnades. So there's like
Yeah.
the colonnades on the side that have a lower ceiling. It's just like a hallway on either side of the actual sanctuary itself. So you're probably,
I'll take the left
going
side
where
one.
all the candles are, all the little like niche little altars of various things as you're walking by, columns on your right hand side, wall on your left. So is anybody taking the middle or the right hand colonnade?
Chauncey
Yeah,
in
I'll
the
go in the
middle.
center.
Well, I'm going straight down the what is it? The asp, the aisle, whatever.
The
I'm
aisle.
making straight beeline to it.
This cathedral doesn't have an apse anymore because its apse got blown out.
Okay. And I'm
So many ass jokes.
Chauncey's already got the pyre maul out, and it's just dragging a little bit on the floor next to him as he's just approaching, and there's sparks coming off of it.
Ready like a chill touch or something if it starts to get aggressive.
Yeah.
All
And I'm also
right.
gonna throw Gift of Alacrity on myself.
Cool. See, we're all preparing. All right. So this thing
And turns out
seems
just to be a bauble.
it doesn't move until you get to about 90 feet. One of you, probably Chauncey, just because you have a faster movement speed. It seems to rotate, and you hear this whirring of gears as this little segments kind of pull apart a little bit, and it expands. And out from in between these come these mechanical arms with swords on the end of them that just
Naturally.
Yeah, fucking love everything about that.
as it just turns and starts aiming, and it starts actually swiveling around. It almost seems to look at each one of you,
Ah, beautiful.
but it does nothing at the moment.
Just chilling there with its swords out.
Yep.
So,
Chauncey, what do we do?
Am I close enough to like get a better look at it?
Sure, if you would like to make a perception check. I'm going to say you are within 90 feet of it because just that's when it started doing its thing.
Oh, I'm horrible at perception. I was hoping for investigation.
Investigation requires being up close.
Yeah, that's a 4. Oh, it's a sphere with swords.
oh, look at that.
It's probably got
Chauncey.
other things, but it's a sphere with swords.
Yeah. There's probably other mechanisms, but I don't
As you say, there's probably other mechanisms. You see a plate slide back and you hear chink, chink, and out comes a spear, and it's gonna head straight towards you, Chauncey.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
However, this thing is not very accurate, apparently. as it only gets a 12.
A 12 does not break my AC, so
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just gonna head tilt spear.
Yeah, just literally just head
Yes.
tilted the spear whoosh, by you.
I think less diagnostics right now, more I'm gonna charge it.
At this
Oh,
point, it begins
all right.
whirling very fast and begins rolling towards you. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
And that's what we're.
And there we go.
I was a responsible DM and pre-rolled its initiative.
Oh, poop.
Nice.
What the hell did that? That was weird. Okay, here we go. Okay, my initiative,
Fuck.
15.
I got a
15 for
14.
Guinevere.
19.
What did you get, Velantrios?
6.
That's
And
unfortunate.
Jed has a 10.
Jed has a 10. Chauncey, what did you get?
I got a 14.
14. All right. So we are with Shaw, and then it'll go to Guinevere, and then Chauncey.
Well, I guess I said I ready to chill touch, so I may as well just let that off.
All right. So what saving throw is it?
It's a hit roll. Oh, a nat 20.
Awesome. The little cat paw comes out and touches it on what you think is just a random gear that you can see, but might have been a pretty important one as you hear grinding to a halt.
So it's 2d8, so it's 16 and then roll the 2d8, right?
Yes.
So 28 necrotic damage
Good Lord.
for a cantrip.
Ooh. Holy
28
poop.
damage. Yeah, this thing makes some weird grinding noises and sparks shoot out of it for a little bit. And you see one of the swords kind of begin to for a moment before it restabilizes in it. And kind of turns. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
A duck behind a pillar.
All right, as you kind of
bravely hide.
bravely ran away. Sorry. So then we have Guinevere followed by Chauncey.
Yeah, what the hell am I doing? I don't want to do that. Yeah, screw it. Okay, we will, I'm just gonna debuff it. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do an unsettling words, and then I'm gonna give it a mind sliver. Yeah, so I need a intelligence.
And what type of damage does Mind Sliver do?
Psychic.
There is no mind for it to latch onto.
Fuck, of course there isn't.
The
Damn it.
psychic damage washes over this thing, and it seems entirely unharmed.
Fuck.
Oh no, a lot of Lyla shit is.
Whoa,
Yeah, well,
you're
I
gonna
do
find a
not
lot
know
of
what
shit
the-
is useless against this thing.
I have strength saving throws. I have intelligence saving throws. I was like, which one? Okay. All right. Well, it's still got the unsettling words, so it gets a minus d6 on its next save.
Cool.
Is that what it is? I think that's it. I think that's it. To be honest.
All right. So,
Yeah. That's all I got.
all right. Chauncey, what you doing?
How close is this now to us since it started coming at us too?
I think it just started moving, so I'm gonna say it is still 90 feet away. Because that's when it shot its javelin.
All right.
What
I'm gonna move my movement speed forward, I think. I think that's probably the best thing to do.
So you have 35 feet?
I have
I know
30.
you move quicker. Mhm.
I have 35, Lovey May has 40. So we're still up there, and Talipo's flying above. She's got, I believe, let me double check her movement speed.
I think she has like either 30 or 20.
Okay, Refusion.
She's not the quickest.
No, where is it? 30 feet of fly speed.
Okay, not bad.
So yeah, she's gonna be flying above. So we're just all gonna move forward. get about the 35, 40-ish feet. And I'm gonna have Chauncey dash to close the distance another 35 feet.
All right. So that's going to be
That's my turn. I don't have the gun pulled out.
70 feet,
Pulling it out. Yeah.
I think,
Damn.
right? Yeah, it's going to be 70 feet. All right. So after Chauncey,
Run, Luddy, run!
God.
it's going to be Jed followed by the machine.
Okay. Let's see what the fuck Jed has. What does he do? What the
Flaming sphere all the time, of course.
how does he work? Okay.
Fire spell.
And fire spells. Oh, he has a pet that he does use sometimes too.
His
Is a
shadow
pet?
spawn.
Oh, the shadow
Shadow
spawn. The shadow
yeah.
spawn, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess flaming sphere.
All right. Jed conjures his flaming sphere as per usual.
Yeah, okay, so it's a range of 60 feet. So let's say he moves to get in range, conjures it right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then it's when it ends its turn next to the sphere, it has to make a saving throw.
And I
But
think
as
you
a
can make an
bonus
attack
action-
as a bonus action.
Yeah, you can move it or you can ram it into a creature. So yeah, let's do the bonus action to ram it, and then we'll do a dex save.
All right. So is it an attack roll to hit it with the
No,
ball?
It's a dex.
It's a
it's a dex save.
dex?
Uh-huh.
Cool. The flaming sphere slams into this creature. Its plate that it slams into gets hot and then seems to instantly cool. And there has been no damage done to it.
All right, I'm leaving. Can we go now?
I was like, oh shit, this thing is like, oh no. Oh no.
Fuck.
And Jed just stares at it for a moment. I don't think that's working.
Fuck again.
And then Jed bravely hides behind a pillar, of course.
Yeah.
Just dives behind a pew. Max Payne style, just.
Yeah, that's all we got.
All right. So next up is this creature.
Of course it is.
It's going to whirl its way over to Lovey May and you, Chauncey, and it's
Flirt with
going to
her.
make 2 sword attacks, one against
Well, she is still about 25 feet behind me. Because
never mind.
She did.
It's going to be making both of its arm attacks against you.
Yeah.
Yum.
That's going to be 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that's not going to hit. That's only going to be an 11.
That does not
So
hit.
it hits you with
Can I silvery barbs the other one?
Sure, I'll roll that one again. It rolled an 18, so 1 better.
All right. Well, we'll give the advantage to Chauncey. Yeah. That seems to be useful most of the time.
Yeah.
True. Where are
I think
all
he's the one who
mine?
has the most attack roll stuff.
Very
Definitely
true.
Johnson.
Yeah. Though we just found out that half of my damage dice don't work on this thing when I'm using this maul. That's
going to
fun.
be
Yeah.
I didn't even think about
21
that.
points of slashing damage as this thing carves through you with one of its arm blades.
Holy piss.
However, that is the end of its turn.
Let me
So,
get-
Velantrios, you are a
Yeah.
spider on the ceiling. You are about, I'm going to say, 50 feet up.
Works for me. So I have a question. Would me shooting web out of my tuchus be considered a bonus action?
Does it say it's a bonus action on the stat block?
check your giant spider stat block.
I don't know where that would be.
Hang on, let's Google it. Let's Google it real quick.
If you go to your extras and you click manage extras, you can literally just click on-
you can add them as like pets and shit.
Yeah, just go to wild shape and type in giant spider.
Wild shape, giant spider,
There you go.
giant badger.
I have
Here
the
we go.
stat block up. There is a web attack.
There is, yeah,
it
it's
is
a ranged
30
weapon
to
attack.
60 feet, which means that you would be webbing this thing at disadvantage unless you got closer to it since you're 50 feet up.
Well, here's the thing. I want to cast Entangle and then shoot the web as sort of like a bonus.
You cannot
But you're
cast
a
Entangle
spider.
while you are a spider.
Yeah, you can't cast spells while shapeshifted.
You can concentrate on spells, so if you got out of wild shape, cast Entangle, and then wild shaped back, but the problem is your wild shape, A, uses an action.
Right.
And
Okay.
B, you're on the ceiling, so if you drop
you are on the
wild shape-
ceiling, so you'd have to come down
Casting
and then
spells while you're wild shaped is something that it's like level
High
20.
level
It's like
druids.
level 20. Yeah.
high level druids can do it, but they can
High
only
level.
do spells that do not require material components.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you can totally shoot the web. You just got to get a little closer.
Well,
Yeah.
Can I just jump close to it since I'm on the ceiling?
Think you want to
could.
jump down?
You could fall.
Yeah, you could.
You could fall and take the falling damage.
I mean, I don't know how much falling
Health.
damage a spider would take, and also jumping is
sounds-
weird. Because
Yeah,
it's like you can only
it's
jump
weird.
your movement speed, and then you're like in hang time, which is really weird.
I get what
Um,
you're doing because like just falling from the ceiling like shouldn't really take anything, but D&D is weird about stuff like that.
I mean, you can fall. It would take. No, you would be able to make it to the floor if you just fell because terminal velocity.
Yeah.
But you would take falling damage. It doesn't say if it can reduce falling damage. I feel like it should because it's a spider, and I also forget
Yeah.
how falling damage works.
But it's also a giant spider, so
I think
Yeah,
it's a D something for every
The science of it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull up falling damage because I'm gonna have to write it down because I feel like people are gonna be jumping damage.
I forget what it is. I know it's a D something for every 10 feet that you travel while you're
But
falling.
it's only after a certain amount. Okay, it's 1d6 per 10 feet up to a max of 20d6.
Yeah,
And
there
you
you
fall
go.
at a rate of 500 feet per round.
Yep.
So you would be taking 5d6 of bludgeoning damage
your feet hurt,
from
man.
landing on the ground. I
Which
will
sounds
say,
ridiculous for a giant spider, but that's D&D.
yeah. So I will say you can make an acrobatics check at advantage. It's not going to require an action to just drop. You get that for free.
There you go.
I'll say you use your movement speed to drop. You can make an acrobatics check at advantage, take half falling damage, and then you can make your web attack, and you still have. I'll say that just to be kind.
All right.
Yeah.
So how do I do
That sounds
advantage?
nice.
Do I just click on the acrobatics and then?
No,
I think you
because
can
then that's
block-
going to use yours. You're using the spiders, so
Yeah,
it has a
so-
+3. So you'd roll a
Dex.
d20, add 3, and then it's not going to be very much because I'm gonna make the DC low because you're a giant spider.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just roll a couple D20s, see what you get.
Roll a couple of d20s. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, just roll 2, take the highest one, add 3 to it.
13, so 16.
I'm gonna say that's enough.
Not bad.
And then since it's 50 feet, it's gonna be 5d6 bludgeoning damage, but halved because you made the save.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or no, it would.
He's got you. He's rolling.
So 12.
You're only gonna be taking 10 points of falling damage.
Okay, I can live with
No.
that.
Not terrible. That's not terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Could've been a
especially
lot
for
worse.
50 feet.
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse. That could have.
Yeah, for 50 feet, yeah.
I remember once Arthur did like an acrobatics check to jump over a ledge. He was all cool, and then like he got down to the bottom and broke his ankle or fucking something. It took like 20
I wouldn't be
points of
surprised.
falling
It seems like
damage.
an Arthur thing to do. It
Yeah.
was ridiculous. But yeah, if you would
So,
like to make your web attack,
Yes.
do you have the stat block up?
Well, it says giant wolf spider.
Here you
No,
go.
you want a
It's
giant spider. Just regular
it's a
giant
+5.
spider.
Well, it
It's a +5
didn't
to hit.
call. It's the only giant spider that was available.
Oh,
I got
The
Okay.
regular giant spiders available for me. That's interesting.
it's a +5 to hit.
D&D's acting up, so we'll just
Yeah, just roll a d20 at 5.
Mhm.
Thank
Come here,
you.
Stuart. Come here.
What are you doing?
Oh my god, it was a natural 1.
No.
Oh no.
And I already used my silvery barbs.
Thanks.
Come here.
It's all the swords that cut through your web.
Doing.
This thing is spinning constantly. All the swords are. So yeah, that's what happened. You got your web at it, and it just one of the blades just happened to cut through it, and after that, it was just toast. Just the web just got cut.
Just for once, can one of my plans work?
I believe in you.
That's
Don't
D&D,
worry.
baby.
One day.
The amount of plans that didn't work out in the last campaign was astounding. But yeah. All right. So is there? I don't think the spider has any bonus actions, sadly. No. I'm
No.
sorry.
All right,
So we're gonna have to go back up to the top with Shaw. You're first, with Guinevere and then Chauncey.
Okay. Gosh, this is going well. How far
Yeah,
away
I
from me
know.
is it?
Fucking brilliant.
It's decently far away from me still, right?
It moved up, so it is actually closer. So I think it's about 60 feet away.
Okay, I will move up 30 feet down my little aisle and I will chill touch it again because I'm still not in range. Let's see. Oh, that's a bad roll. 12.
That does not hit.
I will
You try
actually
and
no,
touch it on
just-
one of. Oh, I was
yeah,
gonna say you try and
I
touch
thought
it on one of
about
its
it.
shifting sword arms, but it moves away too quick as the paw catches air.
Love that. I think that's my turn. That's it, yeah. Oh wait, actually. Sorry, I'm thinking good. Sorry.
Thinking dangerous thing here.
I know, I know, I know. I'm like, I could.
The options.
Yeah. Velantrios is like right up on it. Chauncey's right up on it, right?
Yep. They're both right up on it.
Safe to say we're gonna get screwed.
Yeah, I wanna telekinetically shove as a bonus action Velantrios like 5 feet away from it.
Aw, thank you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of lock eyes with the 8 eyes of the spider and kind of nod for a moment, and you
Yes.
Velantrios just slides 5 feet back away from this thing as it continues.
No. All right, that'll be my turn.
All right. So next up is Guinevere, followed by Chauncey.
Here we go. Okay, so I don't think it made a saving throw yet since my last turn. Yes?
It has not, because it's just been immune to shit.
Okay, cool. So it's still got the unsettling words debuff. So
How long does that last?
until the end of my turn.
Oh, so if you don't do something now.
Yeah, that's why I was double checking. Okay,
Gotcha.
so let's try a suggestion. See how that goes.
Is there anything about what
wait.
suggestion can and cannot?
Oh, hang on. If it's immune to being charmed.
I mean, you can certainly try. I will say you are probably smart enough to know that most of the time constructs cannot be charmed because constructs do not have a mind.
Right,
to
and I already
charm.
tried that psychic shit.
And
Yeah.
yes, you already tried psychic damage and it didn't find a brain. So it kind of needs a brain or some sort of form of intelligence to be charmed.
Word.
Speaking of Wizard of Oz.
You know what? Okay, so then let's go. Here's what we'll do. We will okay. We're gonna fairy fire the bitch. I'm gonna use the charge from my whatchamacallit to do it.
From your whatchamacallit.
Yeah, my the thing. Hang on,
Oh.
I named it. The Faklukan Liar.
Oh, yeah, the liar.
Yeah. Okay. Use that. Which is what kind of saving throw again? And why
I
won't
feel
you
like
let
it's
me?
a dexterity saving throw.
It is
Fairy
a
fire
dex.
is a dex
Yes.
save, yeah.
All right, dex save. It probably failed.
Here's
It got
hoping,
a
and it's also
9.
minus a d6, so I'm sure it doesn't even need that.
Well,
Yeah,
you
that's
used
definitely
it,
a fail.
so it would have been a 2.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a fail. So it is fairy fired, and then we're going to.
So that means until Fairy Fire goes down, all attack rolls made against it are made at advantage.
Yes. Also, I'm sorry, I
Awesome.
didn't mean my lyre. I meant my card thing.
Oh, your
Yeah.
ace up the sleeve.
Yes. And then you know what? Let's enlarge Chauncey.
All right.
That's what we're gonna do.
All right,
I
then,
mean,
Chauncey, you are 1 category size bigger.
if you so choose.
Okay.
So
I'm
yeah,
not
we'll go
arguing.
with that. So that thing's fairy fired. We have plenty of space for huge Chauncey in here, and
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna call that Guinevere's go.
All right, Chauncey, at the beginning of your turn, since it's now your turn,
Yeah.
you take 1 point of slashing damage as these blades continue spiraling around you.
Oh, I hear you. I know.
Alrighty.
So now it is your turn.
I will try to hit
know.
the fairy fire slash the words. The silvery bards. So first hit, that is a 25 to hit.
That definitely hits. Do
So
not roll fire damage
don't
because
roll the
this thing is
fire
immune to
damage.
fire.
But what does enlarge reduce out a damage die?
It adds a d4.
A d4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So literally just the bonk damage, sadly.
Yep.
So that's just 9 points of damage.
Oof. We really nerfed Chauncey.
Jesus.
Yeah. I will hit it again. That's a nat 20.
Yes. There it is.
So it'll take minimum 12 bludgeoning damage plus this roll.
Did
I've already
you-
taken the
did you-
12 off, so just tell me the roll.
Did you include the d4 in there as base?
Oh, okay. So it'll be another 4. So 16 base.
There you go.
And that's another 15 points of damage from.
Nice roll.
Oof. This thing is. You watch as gears begin falling out of the bottom of it. Some of its sword blades clearly like fold back up. They're still whirling around, but this thing is starting to take some heavy damage.
Yeah, there we go.
I'll have Lovey May drop kick it from the other side while she closes her 40 feet movement to get up with them.
Comes in with the drop kick sideways.
Yeah, she gets a 19 to hit.
That hits.
And let me just double check. I need to. It's one of them does my intelligence modifier, does my proficiency bonus is the addition that goes to their damage, and I can never remember which one's which. Plus proficiency bonus. Okay, so 5 points of force damage from her kick.
Oof.
Ouch.
And that is all I've got.
All right. So after Chauncey is Jed, followed by the machine.
Okay. Well, let's go. Wait, has it moved? Did it move away from the flaming sphere thing?
It did
Yeah.
move away from the flaming sphere, but the flaming sphere did nothing because flaming sphere only does fire damage.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we decided not to do that. Okay, fuck. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, screw it. Well, I guess we don't really need a guiding bolt because it's already fairy fired. However,
It is a different kind of damage.
that's a
And
nice
it's probably
bit of
the
damage.
only radiant damage because he's utility and fire.
He
Yeah.
uses Toll the Dead sometimes.
I was
True.
gonna say that's literally what I'm bouncing back and forth between.
Yeah, because I was like, I've seen him use that. I don't know.
He's kind of if he were a Pokemon, his type would be utility and fire.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
He's the one Warlock I've ever seen that doesn't use Eldritch Blast. So
Right?
Could be your chance.
Yeah, let's guiding bolt it. I don't know what level this is, but it says 4d6. That sounds pretty nice.
That's first level. So if
Okay.
you use if he's casting it with his Warlock spell slot, then it's higher level already because his Warlock spells are locked at a higher level.
No, this is a weird something. It doesn't say cast. It says use once per short rest.
Does he just get that as part of the?
It's got to be from something.
It's
Yeah.
one of his things, yeah.
It's one of the. It's Celestial Pact magic. It says, and it literally says use, not cast. It says use, and then there's another guiding bolt that I can cast.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it right now as one of his pact things.
Has his pact magic thing not gone up? It
I
should
don't
have.
know. I don't know, man. All I can tell you is he's got guiding bolt on here like several different times.
I see that.
Jed's character sheet is a mess.
It's
God.
weird.
He has
but
3
yeah,
different guiding bolts.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, isn't that weird?
He has his pact magic one, then he has his warlock one, and then he has one from his evocation.
So yeah, the gist of the story here is guiding bolt. Okay.
Okay.
That's what.
All right, roll to hit. Roll to hit. We'll just say it's a
That's what we're
first level
getting at.
guiding bolt.
Remember to roll with advantage because it's an attack roll.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, so he
and
does get
so
advantage on the guiding bolt.
Okay, so that's a +9 with Vanti. Let's see. Okay, first one is a 5. That's dog shit. And second one is also dog shit at 7, but we get a +9. So let's pray to God a 16 works.
It does not.
Of course it doesn't. Cool.
It bounces off part of the shell of this thing, the metal shell. It bounces off of a piece and slams into a column, sending a few stones flying, but does
Motherfucker.
nothing.
I feel like Jed would say, honestly.
Yeah.
Something
Yep.
frustrated in that effect. Okay, so guiding bolt didn't work. Hello, baby, thank you. Let's see what else he has, because we got a BA. Does he have any bonus action shit? Not really.
I think he can cast a spell as a bonus action.
Oh, because he's got Quicken and I have 2 sorcery points.
Yes, but it's got to be a cantrip because he cast a leveled spell.
Yes. So, Jesus, nothing. Yeah, you know what? It seems to be poop at dex saves. So, I also know I don't want to get up in there. Never mind. Let's Quicken its Hold of Dead.
All right. What save is that again?
Wisdom.
Ooh, it only has a +0.
Construct is.
It rolled a 2. It got a +0, so it's taking damage.
Okay, so yeah, it's gonna take a D12 with Necro. I love that I have to go back to my
D12
character sheet. 2D12.
Because
you're
level. Higher level.
Okay, hang on. Yeah, I can't. It's driving me nuts that I can't roll shit on his sheet.
Oh
no.
yeah, because you have to switch tabs to roll.
Yeah.
That's
It's so annoying.
bizarre.
It's so annoying.
Okay, so yeah, that's 13 points of Necro.
All right, and that takes the full damage. All right. So, and I'm assuming that's the end of his turn. So now it is the machine's turn.
The machine.
It is going to. Yeah, it's going to. Yep, it's going to roll away about 10 feet away from you, Chauncey, and Lovey May, which means you all get attacks of opportunity. But the attacks of opportunity are made at advantage as this thing rolls away. It's shifting plates. It's hard to tell where the mass is and where a damaging strike would be. So if you would like to take an attack of opportunity, you may, but it will be at disadvantage.
Well, would the advantage from Fairy Fire even it out?
Yes, it would. It would just be a regular old roll.
So
okay,
Lovey don't
May,
get that extra D4.
Yeah, Lovey May only got an 11, and Chauncey got a 24.
That'll do her.
All right, so I think Chauncey hit. What did Lovey May roll again?
An 11.
She did not hit.
That's 15 damage.
Oh, scheiße.
All right, goodness. Okay. Yeah, this thing is not doing too hot.
Woohoo!
It rolls
down with the machine.
Rolls in a circle expanding part of it, you hear a horrible grinding sound before a chang, and flying out of this thing are these
fuck.
showers of gears and sparks. And I need Lovey May, Chauncey, and Velantrios as a spider to all make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Velantrios, you got a +3.
All right, so it's D20 plus 3.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Also, we have gold.
Oh,
coming
oh,
soon.
did you say Jed is making a save?
No, Jed is not making a save.
Oh,
It is
what'd you think about
Velantrios,
Colton?
it is Chauncey, and it is Lovey May.
What'd you say about Colton?
He's hopping on right now.
Oh, he's coming in.
He's coming in.
Yay.
I don't have to run this
Yay.
shit anymore. God.
Cool. Chauncey got a 11, and Lovey May got a what is that? She got a 6.
Both of those are failures. And
I figured.
Velantrios, what
Lovey
did you
May.
get as a spider?
I got an 8.
So that is a failure.
Oh
So
my God. Silvery
good
Barbs.
For who?
I'll Silvery Barbs the 8.
Yeah,
Velantrios is
reroll.
8.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. I end up
Oh.
getting a natural 1.
Wait, where's my
So 11.
Silvery Barbs?
that is still a failure. So you all are going to be taking a lot of damage, and I am so sorry.
All right,
Electrode used self-destruct.
We'll give the advantage to Shaw.
Thanks.
Yeah. Not that I mean it's already fairy fired, but
You
Yeah.
all are going to be taking
You know.
20 points of piercing damage
where's
as
my
these gears
Oh.
all just pelt you.
Well, you're not a spider anymore.
Oh, of course
she is.
I'm down to half
Darn it.
health officially.
Oof.
And Lovey May is, what does she have? 2 plus intelligence, so that's 7 plus 5 times my artificer. What's 5 times 7 is 35. So
Yeah.
she's also at roughly half health. This is awesome.
I'm below half.
You're taking no
you're
damage.
The
not.
spider takes all the damage and you fall out of
yeah,
spider form.
Your spider took
Yeah.
26 of the damage went to your spider.
Oh.
So give yourself back 26 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because your
Yep.
spider is your wild shapes are like a
Yeah, it's like you basically druids until they hit like 20th level basically have 3 hit bars, 3
Yeah.
health pools.
yeah.
Okay.
2
well,
for your
I'm-
wild shapes, and
Yeah.
so you're
Actually,
probably
kind
at
of a-
full health.
kind of a useful
Yeah, it's
feature.
probably
Yeah,
pretty
basically
close.
like almost at full health.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you are no longer a spider.
Your
But
spider
yeah.
form poofs.
Yep. And that is
Thank God.
actually going to be the end of its turn. So
Hey, crotch
Still
leg.
alive?
Velantrios, what would you
Yes.
like to do as you are now back as Druid with this thing in front of you about, I think it was 5 feet back that you got shoved by Shaw.
Yeah.
And then, so it's 15 feet away from you.
15 feet away.
You can now use spells.
Yeah. Oh, and
I-
you have advantage on attack rolls too. So.
Yes.
I cast Thunderclap. Oh wait, no, that's 5 feet.
No.
I was gonna say, don't do that.
No. Oh no. Oh shit.
Everybody run!
So I cast
Just as bad as
Entangle.
Fireball.
All right. So it needs to make a strength saving throw against your spell save DC, I think.
Strength 15.
Hello. Hello.
All right. And I will say you can position it so that you don't hit Chauncey or Lovey May.
Where'd you?
It's a strength, so I'm assuming an 11 doesn't beat it.
No, it does not.
All right. So these vines grow up off the ground and into this horrible metal ball and begin to tangle around it. It can't move as it sort of bobs back and forth. And the vines are too sharp, too thick for the blades to cut that are still whirling. So it is now stuck in place.
Yes. Oh, thank God.
So now we are back up to the top, unless there is a bonus action that you would like to do, Velantrios.
I am perfectly fine.
All right, so we're back up to the top. With Shaw, this thing has a movement speed of 0, and you have advantage on attack rolls because of fairy fire.
Okay, all right. Go somewhere. Thank you.
You're
I
muted.
think you're muted.
You're muted. Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry. I'm like, I'll move within 30 feet of it, and I'll just Rhymes Binding Ice it, which is a con save on its part.
All right. It's okay at con. Ooh. It has an unnatural 20.
Oh, great.
Already
Well, then
used
it takes
silver barbs, so
5 cold damage.
Hey.
Wait, actually, you know what? Can I make that a natural 20 of 4?
Yes, you can. So it would only get an 8.
Okay, cool. It takes 10 cold damage, and it's now hindered by ice.
Yes.
Cool. So it is now stuck in its position in 2 separate ways.
Yeah.
yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, also, Jed, now that you've joined us, this thing is immune to fire damage, just so that you're aware. Your character learned that very
Hell
unfortunately by
yeah,
casting
brother.
Flaming Sphere.
Yeah, we tried to flaming spirit for you, but
No more bolts
Yep,
of fire.
just before we get to your turn, you have an initiative of 10. Just he cast Flaming Sphere, bonked it, it did nothing. So you're
You
just
did
not
also
gonna
There
try again with
goes
the
Quicken-
my
spell.
whole shit.
Quicken
Yeah, that's
Day
literally-
spell, so you use 2 of your sorcery points as well.
yeah, Lila's having the
so
same
Chauncey
problem that
has
you're
been
having,
embarked.
so.
All
I'm
right.
trying to hit it with a fire hammer. I'm only dealing half my damage.
Yeah, we nerfed 2 characters with this one. Well, technically 3 because of
3.
Lila's charming and psychic damage. So 3
Oh,
creatures
yeah.
are nerfed against this thing. We're having fun.
We're having a good
Um,
time.
Oh no, our mortal enemy is a Bakugan.
Literally,
It
oh my
literally
God,
is a
it's fucking
Bakugan.
Bakugan.
Lol.
Oh my God, I
Um,
forgot about them.
So next up, I think is Guinevere.
I see you. Do you want to take my turn for me? You want to go? Is it your turn? Okay. Hang on, guys. I think will you give me a second? Give me a second. I gotta let her outside. Give me a second.
All right.
She can
So
take
you know
as
what?
much
We'll
time
just
as
for
she
this
needs.
turn switch
No, it's okay. It's
turns
okay.
with Chauncey.
I'll take
Oh,
my
okay.
turn real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take my turn. Just wait a minute.
All
Just
right.
wait a minute. You just calm down. Just calm down. Okay. Let's see what the fuck we're gonna do here. I just give me a minute.
Psychic damage is out and charming is out, so I don't know what Lyla has. Or
Yeah,
Guinevere.
right.
Buffs and debuffs, that's it.
Yeah, let's go for.
Although I think Lyla actually has Eldritch Blast, just never uses it.
Yeah, she doesn't use Eldritch Blast. But Guinevere does not have the same reservation. So I actually am
Ooh.
going
So I
to
think you
use
get
Eldritch
2.
Blast. I do. But first we are going to give it an unsettling words. Actually, no, we're not. Because it's been pretty good on saves, actually. We're gonna give the Bardic Inspiration to Jed. And then we will Eldritch Blast it. So that's a +7 to hit. Okay, well that failed. That was a natural 1.
Oh no.
And the second one is a 21 to hit, which I feel like is a good deal.
21 hits.
And that'll be 7 points of force damage.
All right. Kaboom.
And
You
then
blast a
use
few
bonus
plates
action
off.
for the Bardic.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's good for Guinevere.
All right. Chauncey. Well, I should say Big Chauncey because you are big.
Chauncey, yeah.
Chauncey
Smash.
Smash.
If I get the what is it? Entangle, is it? Can I hit it without getting entangled in the entangle spell?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just
Entangle
gonna,
only entangles the creatures that were there at when the spell was cast.
Yeah, and then I think it's difficult terrain after that, but I think you're close enough.
It
it
doesn't really matter with
Yeah.
Chauncey.
yeah, I'm just
It's 10
got-
feet away from you.
I
You're
got
using
35
15 feet to
speed.
get there. It doesn't matter.
So I'm gonna charge up and try to hit it with Big Hammer.
Yay.
That is 23 to hit for the
That
first
hits.
one. I'm only gonna roll the bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
8 plus 2 is 10, plus 5 is 15 points of damage.
I mean, for being basically at half damage, you're doing pretty well against this thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit it with my second attack. Oh god, I rolled a 2 and a 3, so that's only 14 to hit.
That does not hit. you have the unfortunate timing of getting the handle of the hammer caught between two swords that were crossing each other. It grinds for a moment before you manage to wrench the hammer free, and the swords continue.
And I'm gonna try to let Lovey May drop kick it with a steel chair. By this, I mean the steel
And
chair
Lovey
is
May
wet.
with the steel chair.
She gets fucking what, 12 to hit. We're doing great up here, everybody. We're also really hurt. So go us.
Yay. So yeah, her feet slam into this thing, but it just bobs in the air as Lovey May flips off of it and lands, having done no damage.
Yeah, that's all I got.
So now we have Jed, followed by the machine.
I am the machine.
Cool.
And you can use that bardic for spell damage as well.
Oh boy.
Yes. We found out it was immune to psychic damage. It's immune to being charmed. It's immune to fire damage. I'm trying to think of the other shit that we would have learned that you would have missed, but
Neat.
Oh, also, you have done a free cast of Guiding Bolt, whatever the fuck that is. And
I don't have that. I just couldn't figure out how to get it to not be a free cast when I was adding it from Spencer's. Because I get it from my subclass, but I couldn't. D&D is complicated and hard to homebrew. So it's
anyway,
technically a normal cast.
So I cast one of those and I used 2 sorcery points to quicken Toll the Dead, I think.
Cool. Then I'ma just summon my special guy. My big shadow man appears. And he
as everyone just, oh no.
The fuck? Guinevere's first time.
Yes.
It's okay, he's with us.
He's got friends on the other side.
Yeah, and then he's gonna wander over there. Also, I'm gonna do the same one that I always do that reduces the movement speed. Does this guy move at all?
He can't right
he
now.
Does move, but he cannot.
Okay, well we're gonna
Velantrios.
do the same one because honestly the other summons are kind of dog shit. So we're gonna do the weight of sorrow, despair, blah blah. So his movement speed is reduced by 20 feet, and he's gonna do an attack. So
all right,
roll a d20.
It has advantage because it's been fairy fired.
Oh boy.
Yep.
We did manage to disable the shit out of it.
And then I add my spell
after it
attack.
almost killed us.
Yeah,
So
it's like
that's
super
22
restrained.
to hit.
That hits. 22 hits.
And then what's the damage on this bullshit? 1d12 plus 3 plus the spell's level.
Could he use the bardic for his shadow spawns damage since summoning it was a spell? Or no?
Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
You know what? I'm gonna say yes. If it was summoned with a spell, not with an item or not with, an ability, with a spell.
Right. Word.
So that means that
Cool.
Velantrios can add it to his animal spirits, but if he uses that
Right,
druid
right.
feature to conjure a spirit, that's not one.
Got it. Okay,
Neat.
Yeah.
Noted.
Well, I deal 10 in cold damage.
All right. This thing is not holding together very well. It's definitely creaking and cracking, and you're beginning to see it glitch.
It
It's not
threw up
too
a bunch
hot.
of gears a while ago. So
Yes, it did.
Sweet. Who's the most hurt?
Chauncey.
Probably me.
Yeah.
And
Cool. Chauncey, you
That
can
is-
get also just because I overslept and missed all the build up to this. Is this like, are we just about to go into like another fight right after this? Or is
I'm
this like-
assuming we're going straight into another fight after this, honestly, because this is
Okay.
the beginning of our day.
Who
We just woke
knows?
up.
Literally woke
I
up
don't
on
know.
this, like-
I'm just trying to gauge how much of my bullshit I should use all at once.
Yeah.
This is not the final boss.
don't use all of it. Don't use all
This is
of
the
it.
boss
Okay.
rush before the
Warm-up.
final boss of the
Yeah.
game.
Chauncey, I will use 3 of my healing dice on you.
This is just the fucking security guard. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Mm.
Fingers crossed the boss.
God, I always roll
also
such
immune
dog
to
shit on
them.
my healing dice.
How much do I get
You
back?
get 5 health.
Yay!
Nothing.
I'm
His
up.
ability should have some sort of modifier, I swear to God.
3 dice? What the fuck?
Yeah, I rolled 2, 2, and 1.
It's like
Does
that
it does
one-
it not get better? Like, do you not get a better
Just
version
get more
of it later?
dice.
You just get more
Just get
dice.
more
yeah.
dice.
Last time he rolled 2 dice to heal me, and he literally healed me for 2 health. So
It should have some
God
sort of
damn it.
modifier.
I'm gonna have
Add
to
something
homebrew
to
some
that.
sort of
Like,
fucking blessing for your
spellcaster
healing.
Or like proficiency, you know?
All right,
Something.
and then I guess that's all.
I'm happy. I'm above half health now.
That's all.
All right, so
That's
the
Oh, damn it!
machine.
He did it before I could do it.
The machine is going to, because Chauncey and Lovey May are within reach and have done the most damage to it, are going to do 2 arm blade attacks towards each of you. I should probably also roll to see if it gets its stupid gear spit thing back. It does not. So it's going to attack you, Chauncey, first. It gets an unnatural 20.
Silvery barbs.
Oh, I mean, I could stop it too, but you do that.
Okay. Well, it got a 14 on that one
There we
instead
go.
of an 11. So it's higher.
Oh,
Wait. Fuck.
yeah, the silver guards, you have to take the new roll. So
Fuck.
what is it to hit now?
Oh, it was a 14. It has a +9, so that it's going to be 23
Oh,
to hit.
Even if I cast shield, that still hits.
All right, and then its
Can
attack
I
on
just
Lovey
definitely
May.
fuck you? I'm so sorry.
It
I'm
definitely-
so sorry.
It definitely hit Lovey May with a 15 +9. So you two are going to be taking some damage.
I'm so sorry. What?
Where are my
One of ours
goddamn
new
D8s?
to all this, you know?
I don't know what the fuck just happened.
So Chauncey, you're only going to be taking 5 points.
Oh,
Wait,
all
no.
the healing.
Nope, you're actually
He
going to be
said,
taking
"Think
10
again,
points.
laddie," and he did,
Oh.
and he thought
You're
better.
taking 10 points because it has a +5.
Okay.
And then Lovey May is going to be taking 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay, so she was at 22 minus 13. She's down to 9. Chauncey's down to 31.
Oh,
And that is
that's
the
a
end of
great
its
tattoo
turn
on your
because it
tits.
cannot
Oh,
because it cannot move. And I believe it's an action to get out of entangle, and it's just not going to bother when it can just
Yeah.
kill shit.
It's also an action to break the ice. So
right.
Oh yeah,
right,
and it's in
so
ice.
And its
doubled
movement
up.
speed is reduced by 20
They doubled
feet.
him up. Yeah.
yeah. So-
Yeah, you all have stopped this thing dead in its tracks. So Velantrios, let's see if you can take this home. This thing does not have very many hit points. It looks like a lot of gears have fallen off, a lot of plates have fallen off. This thing is basically shaking.
We'll give
in
Velantrios the
place.
advantage. Not that he needs it, but
Okay.
Possible that Velantrios can kill it this round, depending on what spell he
Yay.
uses.
I believe in you.
Take it
Don't
down.
use fire.
take it down. Yeah, right. Fireball.
Just fireballs it.
Listen, the force damage alone.
So like, were
Um,
you not watching? Like,
Actually, freedom of the waves.
okay, word.
All right then. What's the saving throw and how much damage does it do?
Um,
I
Strength
literally still
15.
had it pulled up.
Yeah, it's a strength throw.
Yeah.
Or
And it's
strength saving throw.
restrained, so it has disadvantage on the strength. Right.
No, actually, I think restrained is dexterity saving throws.
Oh, okay. So it's just a straight roll.
Yep.
For strength. It does have a big strength modifier.
I already used silvery barbs.
Well,
You use silver
roll your
barbs
damage.
so
It
it
rolled a
can hit
natural
me.
1, so it's
I'm
getting
so
launched.
sorry.
Yes.
It rolled a
thank
natural
you.
1, so it's getting fucking launched.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, we did it. We got one.
All right. Let's see. So it's under debuff. It's 2d8.
Yeah.
That is 10 points of damage.
That was not enough.
Wait.
However,
Yeah, it's on damage is under effect, right?
It's 2d8 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and also it's now prone.
I don't
it's
think that
interestingly
matters too
not
much.
immune to being prone.
So it's restrained twice and prone.
Yeah.
I like
So
that it's a spear though, so I feel like standing up is just not doing anything.
Yeah.
Well, it floats. It floats.
somehow it
So
probably
it's-
has
oh,
something
yeah,
to do with the
float
mechanism.
went-
Yeah. Just
Probably has
fell
something
a
to do with
few
the
inches.
mechanisms in which way up is. But anyway,
I was
Right,
expecting like a advantage on it because water and gears don't exactly mix.
sadly no.
You do have advantage, but it's a saving throw thing. So you got advantage from fairy fire. You've got advantage from I don't know silvery barbs if you want it. Like
restraint and
pick your
now
advantage.
prone.
But yeah.
It is prone. It is now resting on the ground.
Yeah.
After it's
Well,
just been
so
battered by
now-
this conjured water. But it
now
is,
that it's
however,
prone, actually ranged attacks will have disadvantage. against
true. All right. Well, we are now back up to the top with Shaw. Let's see if we can finally kill this thing.
Just chill touch it and fucking take it down.
I'm gonna toll the dead. It can't
There you
be
go.
Yeah,
There you go.
wisdom save.
There you go.
Wisdom save. It has a +0 for wisdom. That was 2 natural ones in a row.
Nice.
So roll the damage.
Hold on. Is it missing points? Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's 2d12.
Yep. Oh my
Four
god.
damage because one was a 1.
Oh,
4.
4. 4.
Oh my god.
So it's still alive.
We're
It is
so good at
shaking
dealing damage.
violently.
Four
Its
on
blades are
2d12.
glitching. It's
We all
rolling
knew
around on the
Chauncey
floor,
was gonna
still
kill it.
tangled up in the vines. And yeah, unless there's something else you would like to do, we're gonna go to Guinevere.
Oh my god.
I
Where's that
will.
stupid
I'm
stone
gonna.
when we
I'm
need
gonna
it?
push Velantrios 5 more feet away. And then
Even
I'll
though
have
he's
a-
already like 15 feet away and hasn't
Yeah.
moved closer.
Well, I don't want us to do that gear thing, you know.
Okay.
I'm almost at full health.
Well, I still
Just
I don't.
slides backwards.
Yeah. I don't know the range on the gear thing. It hit you last time, so.
All right. Guinevere, take this home, please, for the love of O.
All right. So yeah, here's what we're gonna do just for flavor. We're gonna see if we can make this happen. So is there like a I don't know, a bit of something laying around that I can use as an improvised club?
I'm sure there's like a plank
A
somewhere.
broken pew or something.
Yeah, like a bit of wood or like I don't
A
know.
stone?
hunk of
Yeah,
rock
the
or
pews
something,
around
like-
here are pretty busted up, so you can, yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna grab whatever the hell that is, and I'm gonna run up to it because I want to say I was, yeah, it moved. I was only 60 when I cast that, and it came up 30 to get to him, so I should be close enough to get to it with my movement speed.
Yes.
I'm gonna shillelagh that bit of stone, and I'm gonna whack it. I'm gonna
Shillelagh
whack
the plank.
yeah.
When I want to throw a stone,
Well,
Well,
you
I'm
don't
not gonna
have something
throw it.
like
I'm gonna-
Magic Pebble.
I'm gonna
Maybe take
smash
Magic
it.
Pebble as a cantrip.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
I'll let
it's
you
totally
do
a thing.
that.
It's absolutely a thing.
Catapult's fun.
So yeah, I'm
Catapult is
gonna-
also good, but I don't think it's a druid spell. Actually, I
So
don't think
that
Magic
gives
Pebble is a
me-
druid spell either, which is stupid. It should be.
Druids don't play with rocks ever.
Okay, so that's a 21 to hit. 'Cause I
Okay.
rolled really fucking well. And yeah, let's see if we can do this. So what's the damage on that? That becomes
It becomes a D8 plus
Oh
your
my
spellcasting
God.
ability.
I rolled a 1.
I think you also get to add your wisdom or
It
something
is.
to it,
It
right?
is.
It's
It's
just
plus 4.
proficiency or wisdom, yeah, or charisma, whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, total of 5 damage.
Well, that is enough.
Oh
you
my
drive the plank into it, you hear this horrible crunching sound as it's wrenched out of your hands and fed into this thing like a shredder before it just bang, just pops like a horrible balloon and falls apart. The ice
And
melts,
that-
the vines wrap themselves up and slither back into the ground, and you are out of initiative.
Good hit,
And that,
Gwen.
laddies, is how you do that.
oh my god.
Am I still enlarged or is that down yet?
Lasts for
I
a
can
minute.
stop concentrating on it.
Yeah,
think
you're
it
lasts for a
until
minute,
the
right?
enlarged spell goes down.
Yeah, Chauncey is just casting Mending on Lovey May to get her back up. He doesn't care about.
And Guinevere immediately starts polishing her shoes.
Does
Of
anyone
course.
have a bag that can that like has an infinite space.
Don't we like all have bags of holding?
I
Two of
don't.
us have bags of holding at this point,
Yeah.
and it's
Okay.
me and Guinevere.
Oh yeah, I do have a bag of holding.
Yeah, I
I'm
gave
one
you
of
one
those.
like months ago, and you never
Forever
did it.
ago.
I do have it on my sheet. I just forgot about it.
Okay, because robot or not, it's still made of solid gold.
I was
You
actually going to
haven't
ask if
checked
Chauncey
what
thought
it's
like the
made out
parts
of.
were
Okay,
interesting.
investigation.
I think
All right, roll me a
Um,
investigation check.
Also, Chauncey, does your
Ah, natural 20.
It is a gold patina.
A gold.
Scrape it off.
It was probably gold leafed,
Great, yeah.
and it's made of
Scrape it off.
steel. It's made of steel and it's gold leafed.
Chauncey, was this made by your
after I finish fixing Lovey May up with mending spells, I will take a look at this thing to figure out if Corrigan made it.
does Corrigan leave a mark?
I will say already,
Uh,
no, she did not.
Oh.
There are certain hallmarks to all of your creations, whether it was Hortensia or Corrigan, you, Delmas, the other two that I forget the names of.
Yep.
You all have certain signature styles, certain things that you do, certain choices that you all make because you learned that way, or it was easier, or it's just something you're interested in. Corrigan, as crazy as she is, does like animals. She never liked robots or automata, I should say, that looked like automata. They always kind of made her uncomfortable in a way. So she would never make something like this. Hortensia tends to focus a lot on stone and constructs with stone involved. This has no stone.
Oh, the other two were Vera and Judd.
Vera and Judd. I think
there we
I
go.
made Judd a lot more also interested in toys, so he wouldn't have made this, and Vera probably wouldn't have made this because she's too tiny. Because I think I made her a gnome. I think I made Judd a dwarf and Vera a gnome, and she is too tiny to have done something like this. So it's none of the team.
This isn't anyone's handiwork that I would recognize.
They're another player in this game.
Surprise! We're logging them on now. No, I'm kidding.
Does anybody still need healing? Do we need any of that?
Chauncey does.
If we could maybe take a short rest, I don't want everyone to burn their spells on me, but I am at 31.
Well, I was just
would
gonna
like
say
a short
if
rest.
if I can do a short rest, if you need it, I still have some of that ointment you can have.
Oh, the Kyogtems.
Yeah,
Let
We
me-
so
waste an item if we're taking a short rest anyways. I have one third level spell
oh,
slot left.
you've got okay, right. So you can use it and then
Get
So
it
I
back.
can-
Yeah.
Come here, Chauncey.
Okay, I'm fucked up and covered in. Chauncey's just like his sleeves are torn the fuck up from getting slashed. He's like, ow.
God, I'm rolling so horribly. You get 15 or 13 health back.
Oh boy.
From
a
a
third level
third
spell.
level cure wounds.
Jesus. Sure you don't want that ointment?
What does the ointment do?
Actually, I forget. Hang on.
Wasn't it like pretty much like a healing potion?
Yeah, it was
Yeah, it's like
basically like an
healing potion.
insane healing potion.
It's
Yeah.
2d8 plus 2 hit points. It also cures poison and all diseases. Maybe I should save that.
I was gonna say poison
Save
diseases.
that.
That
I'll
sounds
just-
like that could come in
If
use.
we're cool
so-
taking a short little hour, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna burn like 3 hit dice. And see
Also,
if-
I rolled for it and I got 4 uses out of that. So I actually have quite a bit.
someone could
Yep.
also just let me bite them real quick, and that'll heal me a couple too. It's fine.
I mean, Lyla would, but I don't know about Guinevere. Feel like that'd
Alright.
probably be weird. I don't know. You like that?
All right. Well, as you all enter into this short rest, we are going to end the session there. So I will see all of you next week, and I will see the rest of you all in about 5 minutes.